Leo, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your monthly reading for March 2025. We're going to be taking a look at the month ahead and going into what you should be releasing as you head into this month, what you should be embracing, the lesson that this month contains, as well as any self-care work that you should be paying attention to, and what the overall theme is for March for you, Leo. Okay? Before we get into it, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe, as that will add your energy to the collective, and make sure you're showing up when I do these readings. Okay? Let's see what March has ahead for Leo, please. Show me March for Leo. Show me Leo for the month of March 2025, please. Show me that Leo energy for March 2025, please. Thank you. Okay. Your shadow card is the Five of Wands. You are definitely here and showing up to your own reading. Competition, engagement. I feel like you're engaging this month, Leo. You're active, right? Just like you're showing up to this reading, you're showing up for the month of March. You are here. You are making yourself known and making yourself seen, heard. You are interacting very much and actively participating in this month. Okay, let's see here. So you, at the heart of March, you are the Magician, right? So it does make sense. You're here, you're actively participating in this month with the Magician. That couldn't be more true, right? You're utilizing all of the tools. You're realizing, remembering all that you have within your tool belt. You're changing something here, right? And hopefully we'll get more clarification on that. But something is undergoing change and transformation within you or within your surroundings, and you are making that happen. You are in control this month, okay, Leo? The theme for this month, Four of Wands. So celebration, also foundation, right? So this could be you're taking charge of something that has to do with your home or your family or something that's very personal to you, right? For some others of you, there could be a celebration, a wedding, a new family member, something like that coming in to your home, into your domain, into your foundation. The challenge for you is that King of Wands. This feels like how to remain in control and have reasonable leadership over what it is that you're trying to do. It's not a question of how well you can take control or the fact that you even can take control. This feels more like what kind of leader are you, right? That's more what the challenge feels like. For March, Leo, the opportunity, Four of Swords. So this feels like some rest, maybe some withdrawal here. Such a weird word to say, withdrawal. Not in the sense of like, maybe that was not the right word. What I'm seeing is no room for doubt. And it's interesting. This could be with this challenge here, being too much in that leadership role, and the opportunity here to make room for mindfulness, right? To remember what that goal is, to remember what it is that you're looking for, what all of this change is about, right? And being at peace with that, right? There's an opportunity to be at peace with what you're doing and to be at peace with how you're leading and at peace with, you know, whatever new is coming into your domain, your foundation, right? What to be letting go of, the Hierophant, and what to embrace, the Queen of Cups here. So it feels like we're letting go of, you know, what you should be doing. I should be leading like this. Well, I should be thinking this way. Well, I should be, you know, making sure I'm doing it like this. Or I should be, you know, all of these societal norms of, well, this is how they say I have to do this, so this is how I'm going to do it. So it's kind of releasing that, and giving yourself the space and the mindfulness to lean into, well, what serves me, right? Because, you know, we're constantly hearing, well, we shouldn't eat carbs. Well, carbs are good. Well, you know, I should be having, you know, 30 grams of protein. Well, I can't have too much cholesterol. Well, fruit is bad for you, but 1 apple a day is good. And, you know, it's like there's so much that we're supposed to keep track of, or that we're kind of told in a daily basis. And that's kind of fed into our brains, that you can't rely, or you can't, you know, no person can conceivably adhere to all of those things, right? So many of them are contradictory. And so it's this idea of undergoing some sort of transformation here, of letting go of these types of ideals, right? Societal ideals, and embracing for the month of March what works for you and what feels good from Leo's perspective, right? What feels healthy, what feels, what makes you feel at peace, what makes you feel joy, right? What makes you feel in control. Because with the Hierophant here, yes, there's a sense of being in control, but if you're so rigid, there's no room for movement. And then what does that do to your king? Does he become tyrannical? Does he become extreme, right? An extremist? Is he holding you to goals that are just unattainable, right? So kind of that idea. Self-care, the Tower. This does make sense because you're going from something that is so reliant on society and doing right by what society is telling you, right? The right thing to do. And then kind of shedding that, or at least this idea here of, you know, releasing that and embracing more of what personally fulfills you. It does make sense that the Tower is coming here, right? Because this is it is a true transformation, right? So we'll see how that Tower impacts you. The lesson here is the Chariot. And again, this does make sense, this pairing here, right? You at the heart of March, Leo, you are realizing all the tools that you have in your belt. You're undergoing some sort of transformation. The Chariot here, this lesson is, how are you moving yourself forward, right? The Chariot is you based on you doing you, okay? Asserting you. And this Hierophant here is reliant on other people. This Chariot, you know, for better or worse, he's out for himself, and he's going to do what he needs to do for himself. So it's becoming a little bit more you focused. And yeah, I would say just really honing in on what works for you, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that Magician here for Leo, please. Show me that Magician for Leo. Thank you. All right, so for the Magician, we have the Page of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Fool. Yes, so this definitely does feel like we're stepping off into some great unknown here. Your energy is traveling that way, right? So you have the Page. Oh, I'm excited. What can I do here? You're presenting here with the Six of Wands, right? It's very much Leo energy. You're traveling into something victoriously, to some new community, some new way, some new partnership, right? And it's shaking things up in a way. Maybe this might be an impulse. This might all be because of an impulsive decision. This might all be because you decided to take some sort of class off the whim. And you're like, wow, this feels so much better than I thought. Your energy is responding so well to this, right? And so something in this exchange is spurring this Magician forward and saying, hey, I can do this, right? There's some transformation that's starting to take place. Your energy is moving, even just the position here, right? And I know it's clarifiers, but that Six of Wands is moving away from that Hierophant energy, that Taurus energy, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this Four of Wands as the theme for March. Show me this Four of Wands for Leo, please. Oop. Thank you. Okay. All right, so the Four of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and that Page of Cups in the shadow, along with the Eight of Cups here. So the theme here is I'm getting good energy, right? With that Nine of Cups, you feel happy, you feel secure, you feel fulfilled, you feel a surge of energy coming through, and you're saying, yeah, I'm applying this to my life here and I love it. And I'm feeling good about it, right? In the shadow is where I'm kind of, whatever that is, that's what I am. With the Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups here. You feel fully showing up and fully focused here, but it's almost like it comes from releasing something. And we'll see. We'll see how that fits once we get to that Hierophant energy here. But it feels like you're showing up and you're present here for this theme, for whatever this celebration is, for whatever this new foundation is, right? It's pure, good, joyful energy. And it's like all your prized possessions are on display, right? You're happy and you're showing it. Even though this isn't Leo energy, it's still Leo energy, and that you feel good, you look good, you want to show that to yourself, and it just exudes to other people. It's just there, right? People can just pick up on it, they can just see it, right? And that translates to your day-to-day life, your life outside of you, right? With this Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups, it's like, what have we released to get here? Because this, I feel, is not just happening. That is where this energy is going, right? Let's take a look at that King of Wands as the challenge for you, Leo. Show me that King of Wand energy for Leo, please. Show me that King of Wand energy for Leo, please. All right, so for the King of Wands, we have the Emperor, the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune, along with the Ten of Cups here, and Strength. I know. and the Ace of Wands. So within your clarifiers first here, the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. It's interesting because the Emperor controls society, right? He controls external forces. And the Hierophant here, she is about they are about self-care, routine, being regimented, sticking to what works, traditional values, making sure you're employing society's rules and ways to live out your life and live a routined life. So this idea of the Emperor coming through with the Hierophant and this Two of Cups in the middle, it's kind of like these two feel they're of the same cloth, right? They're of the same vein. And so it's interesting that this is presenting in this way as if it's almost balanced between this and this, right? And I feel like that is the challenge. Because in here, Leo, there's not much, there's difference, okay, but there's not much difference. If we were seeing here the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Empress, different, right? These are, led by society, in society, at the end of the day, it's like these are based on what's good for people in mass. And so it feels like the challenge here is to break loose of this idea that you can either lead one way or another way, but these two ways are really cut from the same cloth, right? And so in your shadow, this feels like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of doing its work to show you that these, what looks to be an option or looks to be a choice here, there's an option C. Okay, and that option C is trusting in you and remembering who you are and what you possess. You are part of this equation as well. You are part of this choice. You can lead from where you stand. And you don't need to put these external expectations on your personal style of leadership and where you decide to go, right? This feels like you could be a doctor or an accountant, right? Well, you could also be an artist. You could be a writer. You could be an actor. You could be a singer. You could be, a physical therapist, right? It's not A or B. There's so much more outside of that. And this wheel in the shadow feels like it's part of this clarifier line, and that you exist outside of this option. So why are you sticking to only these options when you're outside of it? If that makes sense. These are not your only options. And I feel like the challenge for you this month, Leo, is in realizing that. Okay, let's take a look at that Four of Swords as the opportunity. Show me that Four of Swords as the opportunity for Leo, please. Oh, last one. Show me that Four of Swords. Okay, yeah. I had a feeling that there was going to be some sort of something coming up, because with this presenting how it was and that sword energy coming through, I was like, I know that there's going to be some sort of anxiety or something happening somewhere, right? So with your Four of Swords here, we have that clarified by the Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the High Priestess in the shadow, along with that Queen of Swords and Temperance. And I could just keep going. And then the Queen of Swords. Did I say Queen of Swords here? Queen of Wands, Temperance, Queen of Swords, right? And it's almost like this we're going to talk about your shadow first. High Priestess, she's looking at you straight on. Queen of Wands, she's looking to your right, to your future. Temperance, straight on. What is right? Straight on, looking at you. Queen of Swords, looking to the right, to your future. And so you have this beautiful feminine energy, right? This softer side. So Aries kind of had the similar thing, kind of leaning into the softer side, right? Even with this Queen of Wands showing up, she's charismatic, she's sensual, right? She leans into her femininity, her feminine strength in order to move through the world, right? So it's this idea of soft, feminine, right? Internal, inherent, right? Remembering what we have inside of us, what we feel, what we think inside of us, what we can trust within our intuition, and allowing that to navigate, right? So you're seeing that in your shadow. And this feels like an opportunity, again, kind of following this line of it's not either or. These are, one side, just one side of a you know what I'm trying to say. And so this feels like there's so much more than just this, right? Because this deals in fact, this deals in feeling. Okay, so coming into your immediate clarifiers with the 9, the Knight of Swords, and the 9 here, the opportunity is to be mindful, be secure in your decision, right? Almost this idea of retreating from this binary thought. And that's not easy, right? This opportunity here, it's funny when these present, because they always, the challenge and the opportunity, they sometimes present in a weird way. And so this opportunity doesn't look easy, right? But it's an opportunity to waken yourself to kind of how flawed this truly is, right? Or how it's not the whole picture. And that's a challenge. But there's an opportunity in that challenge to see it for what it is. And that's scary. And that's like difficult, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. It's almost like you have to embrace the hardship of it, or the idea that it's not just doctor or accountant. Because I don't think, maybe you've been told that it's this or this, and that the feeling should remain out of it. And this is an opportunity calling you to say, the feeling is a part of it. And you've been denying some part of yourself in pursuit of this A versus A. And so March might be an opportunity for you to realize and recognize everything you have within your tool belt to say, no, I'm moving towards something else. Something that feels more aligned to what I want. Something that I can celebrate fully and feel fully, I can fully get behind, because it aligns more to what I want as opposed to what I was told I should want. Right? Let's take a look at this Hierophant here for you, Leo. Show me this Hierophant. Show me the Hierophant for Leo, please. Thank you. Alrighty, so we have the Hierophant clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, 3 of Cups, and the Hermit in the shadow. and then that 5 of Wands behind that Hermit. Okay? What you should be letting go. This does feel like you see the flaws of what you've been celebrating or what you've been told to celebrate. I have to sneeze. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. So it's this idea that you see clearly where the error is or where the fault is, right? With that Knight of Pentacles, he sees his surroundings. He can assess from his higher vantage point, right? And you can see clearly that Devil and that 3 of Cups, and that there's something off with that energetically, right? Just as there's something off with this Hierophant and relying on everyone else or all of these external factors to determine how you should feel inside of you. With this Hermit here and this 5 of Wands, it brings that story further in saying, not only are we illuminating this or seeing this for what it is at that higher vantage point, right? You understand from within and from your own lived experience how this feels off, right? And beneath that Hermit, you have you, 5 of Wands, Leo, showing up and engaging, right? But only underneath this, right? Which just goes to show or kind of further state that this does not feel right, or at least it doesn't feel right to you. And it could be right for somebody else, but it is not for you. And Hermit showing up here, you know that. And you showing up beneath the Hermit, you are engaging and almost hiding behind this, I'm not going to say not trying to see the truth, because that doesn't sound right, but you're existing beneath this. So it's almost like this is what you're showing up to, or this is what you're showing to people, but you exist beneath it. Meaning you're not being authentic if you're showing up like this, right? And so it's this idea that you need to let go of whatever this idea of joy, an idea of happiness is that you've been clinging to, that you feel that is the right thing, because it's not the right thing for you. And you know that with that Hermit showing up, you know that. And so March is here, and that is something that you should be releasing. This idea of expectation. And trying to make something fit that doesn't fit within your authentic self, right? Show me this Queen of Cups here as what Leo should embrace. Show me this Queen of Cups for Leo, please. Last time. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. Wow. Thank you. There we are. Okay, so Queen of Cups is clarified by the 7 of Wands, Death, Strength, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the Chariot in the shadow. Okay, so this feels right. So with this Queen of Cups clarified, like I said, by the 7 of Wands, the Death, and the Strength card, again, you're showing up here on either side of Death, as if to bring home the point that you need to look inside of you. And where Seven of Cups, your energy, or you've been apprehensive or on the fence or defensive or guarding against this true authentic self, who you really are. You've been kind of holding this back or holding it at bay because you think it's either A or A, and you've been denying this other part of yourself. Now is the time to release that and transform into who you really are, Leo. There's some sort of element around you that you've been, or within you that you've been denying. And so what March, I'm feeling, is about you finally accepting that part of you and saying, no, I don't have to live by other people's standards. I don't have to accept what society thinks I should be living like. There's some aspect that you are transforming, a part of you that you are transforming, and it feels scary and like a lot of work, and it feels maybe overwhelming at times, but it's something that you're doing. And it's something that March is all about, making that transformation for you and realizing, okay, I'm not gonna make my goal something that really isn't my goal anymore, because I don't align with this. This Three of Cups does not fill me. It hurts me. And I'm finally going to admit that to myself. And I'm going to stop holding back this change and lean into it, because this is what fills my cup, right? That's what I'm seeing for you. In your shadow here, for what you should be embracing, we have that Four of Pentacles, that Eight of Cups, that Eight of Swords, and that Chariot energy. This is the idea that you are scared, you feel bound, you feel trapped where you are in whatever this kind of idea. And it doesn't even have to be that, that other people are saying you should live this way. This could be your perceived perception of how people think you should be living, whatever this aspect of your life is. And so you feel trapped by that thought, right? And so the Chariot is kind of breaking through this fear, breaking through this this anxiety, this idea of being trapped or bound or helpless, and moving anyway. Right? This transformation is happening anyway. You are making it happen, right? And that's what we're seeing for this month. The star at the end of that, right? Aquarius energy. That star is going to come, and you are going to lean to it, right? It's going to be there. It's going to show up. Yeah. This month for you is about transformation. Show me that Tower for self-care for Leo. Show me that Tower for Leo, please. Show me that Tower for Leo, please. All right, so the Tower is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, Six of Swords, and the Four of Wands, okay, and the Ten of Cups. So, like I said, we want to get here, right, to this true happiness, to this true excited state of being, this glowing, this feeling that wand energy in the best possible way, feeling the surge of energy and passion, and really enjoying where you're sitting and where you are in society, right? So that's where that's where we want to be, to share our happiness, right? That's in your shadow here for self-care. For the immediate clarifiers here with that Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Six of Swords, it's this idea that where you stand and where you exist in society is changing. So whatever this aspect is here, it feels like for many of you, it could be a job, like I said, doctor, accountant, and maybe you want to do something that's more creative. Whatever it is, it's showing up as you feel like you're risking what you have in your physical realm, what you've built up for yourself, right? Whether that's your house, your bank account, your status, whatever trinkets feel good, whatever toys you have, whatever this is, it's the reason that this is showing up as so scary is that it feels so much like you're letting go of something that brought you stability. And while it brought you stability and a certain lifestyle, it didn't make you happy. And so now you're at a point where you want to be happy. And that's showing up, and this could be perceived or it could be real. It's showing up as this idea that you could be losing your status, or the fear of losing your status, right? And so that's what I'm seeing here. And with the Six of Swords, it's almost like you're transitioning to that Four of Swords energy, that calm. Because whatever is happening here and whatever this status has bought you or brought you, it hasn't brought you that calm. And so again, going back to the opportunity here, it's the opportunity to realize that you are not in a state of calm. And for some of you, you haven't been in that state for a very long time. And this opportunity this month is calling attention to realize, my nerves have been a wreck. I haven't been sleeping good for, I can't tell you how long. I feel on edge, and it's really waking you up to the fact that you have not felt right. Right? And so this self-care, this, moving away from this status that you've built and amassed will make you feel calmer and more fulfilled inside. Right? And I would also argue with this Nine of Pentacles showing up here, that, and with the Ten of Pentacles showing up here, whatever status that you've amassed, I don't see as leaving you. I don't see as you losing it. I see this as a perceived fear. And with this Tower, it's, taking the leap into what you truly want. And how easy breezy that feels, and how all this buildup is the mind doing what the mind does best, Let's see this Chariot here as the lesson. Show me this Chariot for Leo, please. Show me this Chariot for Leo. Thank you. All right, so the Chariot is clarified by the Empress, the Hanged Man, King of Wands. What a stark contrast, right, to this King of Wands up here. Remember how I said if I saw the Empress on the other side, how that would feel like a true balanced choice, or a true balanced either or, and this feels like either. This, right, this Chariot, this forward momentum that you have, this lesson for March, Leo, is Again, with the Empress, that softer side, leaning into what you want, leaning into the inner workings, right? That water, that journey, that what fills us and fuels us, right? Not the hard hand of society, but the soft hand of, emotion and passion, of that individuality, right? And so Empress, Hanged Man, King of Wands, this feels like a different style of taking charge, taking control, exerting that power, right? How a new perspective, how a softer perspective, more feminine perspective can still be leadership and can still be you in charge, can still be you in control, right? Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit. This is Four of Wands, right? This is you assessing, okay, let's get crystal clear about where I've been and how to put my mind at ease. Let's get crystal clear about what's in front of me. Let's look at this objectively and see what needs to happen here, right? Hanged Man, new perspective. Whatever is happening here, the lesson is that there will be a new perspective, right? Which makes sense. The lesson is lesson learned, right? The lesson will be learned this month, Leo. And there is, without a doubt, some sort of aspect of embracing that feminine side, that softer side of leadership here. And this feels very personal with that Chariot there, with the Magician, with the Queen of Cups. This is all inner work, inner transformation. So whatever this is, this could be even your, like the pressure we put on ourselves. This could be that showing up, or it could be, very real pressure from, the people around you, from society. But this month does really feel like you are moving away from that energy and into something that brings you more fulfillment than what you've had up till this point. Okay, let's see. Show me a card here for Leo. Show me one card for Leo. Show me one card for Leo, please. Share light. 20. Share your trials as well as your triumphs. Your stories benefit you in the telling and others in the hearing, spreading the light of transformation. We all love stories, especially those of people overcoming challenges and insurmountable odds, the hero's journey, as Joseph Campbell called it. In such a journey, there are typically three main parts: the adventure away from home, a crisis that ends in victory, and an enlightened return with lessons learned. All of us will face various challenges in life, and how we respond becomes our story, our own hero's journey. This card may appear when it's time for you to share your story or your wisdom with others. Being on a hero's journey is the story of how you become the champion in your own life. Sometimes we do not see the entirety of our own journey and our accomplishments until we're telling the tale. Realize how much you've learned and grown through your experiences up till this point, and how these experiences may benefit others who are going through similar situations. Like a good guide helping the next hero, we can pass the torch by sharing the tools and skills we learned and used to overcome our struggles. So share, speak, write. Spread the light of transformation in every way and every day. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you. Look at you breaking off into your own little world here. Look at you doing you. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you. What a great, journey of transformation you're undergoing this month. Please put it in the comments. Let me know what aspect of your life you're changing this month, Leo. I want to hear all about it. And like I said, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me, especially if these readings resonate with you, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope March goes by so well for you, and we'll see you next time. You take care.